And let's kick it off. Glad you could stay up late with us. We have a great program and some great guests for you tonight. Now, allegations of sexual abuse committed by music mogul Sean Diddy Combs continues to just blow our minds, but his attorney says he is denying those claims. Last week, on a report we first broke right here on the Factor Uncensored, Houston attorney Tony Buzbee says he is filing civil lawsuits for over 100 people and counting. Buzbee says they're now in 25 states, men, women, and at least one 9-year-old and some kids underage. So some say they were given a drink and later woke up with physical signs of assault, a torn vagina, and damaged anus, and they could not remember how it happened.
Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. You should know that more than 55% of the victims filed reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals.
And of course, Buzbee alleges Diddy did not act alone. He says more people were involved, and the names will shock people when they are released. That list is expected to come out sometime this month. In a statement, Diddy's attorney responded saying, as Mr. Combs' legal team has emphasized, he cannot address every meritless allegation in what has become a reckless media circus. That said, Mr. Combs emphatically and categorically denies as false and defamatory claims that he sexually abused anyone, including minors. Joining us to talk about this, psychotherapist and certified sex therapist, Dr. Angela Jones, defense attorney Bayoji Akingbala, Harris County Precinct 1 Human Trafficking Director, Kathy Griffin-Grignon, and radio personality J Mac. So J Mac, this stuff keeps coming. And we expect that now for those who may have been allegedly silenced or who have been allegedly a victim in this, because when he was on top, no one said anything.
People are running scared right now because if you were associated with Diddy, you were hanging with Diddy, you went to a restaurant with Diddy, you went anywhere with Diddy, they coming after you too. So you definitely need to be careful.
All right, Catherine, what I heard from you is you're seeing more victims who may not be directly tied to him, but victims out there in sex trafficking who are coming forward as a result of this. Explain that to us.
Right now, so many young people, boys, girls, and other, they were looking to become famous. They were looking to get paid. Everybody wanted fast money, and they found out as fast as they got it, it left faster, because you cannot continue to have all these freak-offs and these sex parties and do it sober. And a lot of them have been secretly drugged, and in this case, allegedly having drugs in the baby oil and spiked champagne and all of Diddy's his alcohol line. And individuals are saying, it's too many of us trying to make it on the pole.
You know what? I hate that, you know what, it's some real victims. Now I also think it's going to be a lot of people that are just going to come out for a money grab right now. You know, I think it's real victims, and I think it's people trying to get money.
And Bayoji, that's up to the civil attorney to wade through all of that and figure out who's an actual victim. And remind people, this is a civil case, what we're talking about with Buzbee here in Houston and the 100+ possible plaintiffs, in this case, not criminal.
Yes, and you know, to address that, it is a civil case, and therefore there's a financial incentive for Attorney Buzbee to get it right. And the key word that he said in his interview was vetted. Over 3,000 people contacted his office, and he hired a private investigator, someone from a major offenders unit, to corroborate those claims. And from what he was saying, 55% of the people that they decided to take on, which was 120, 55% of 120 people came with some sort of records, either offense report records, medical records. And so these are vetted claims, pictures, text messages, videos.
That's a large number when you think about one celebrity and his possible entourage.
Absolutely. And so Attorney Buzbee was very clear that they want to make sure that their claims are corroborated, because that's the only way they can win. That's the only way Attorney Buzbee gets paid. So he doesn't want to take on frivolous lawsuits.
Right, right.
And civil is 30 years, and minors, there is no statute of limitation for minors who have been sexually assaulted and abused, because there is no such thing as a child prostitute.
And Dr. Jones, let's bring you into this. Seeing all of this and what these victims may have gone through, do they at some point get, and I don't know how to explain this, but they're not getting the attention right now. People are just so titillated by Diddy, and they're making jokes,
Right.
and it's funny to them.
Right.
But there are actual victims out there,
Right.
according to prosecutors and the civil attorney.
You know, it is the face of social media and TV and people getting behind the pen and being able to make fun of this and making light of this. And it's their way of course, putting someone that's a celebrity out there, but they're not thinking about the victims that have been victimized by him or his entourage or the people that have been surrounded by him. So every time someone is on social media or looking at something, even if it's a joke about Diddy, they have an emotional there's an emotional impact to that. I'm constantly getting reminded that this is the person, or this person was connected to the person that assaulted me, that raped me, that drugged me, that kidnapped me, that held me against my will. Every single time I look on TV, I look on social media, everywhere right now, it is a constant reminder to these victims of what has happened to them.
And we'll be back and we'll continue this discussion in just a moment here on The Factor Uncensored. I know.
The conduct issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed.
And of course, we're talking about many powerful people possibly exposed. But Dr. Jones, I want to get back to this. When a victim is out there before the allegations come out involving many people blow them off.
Yeah.
And that does a lot of damage to a victim who's out there if you won't believe them because it's a powerful person.
And unfortunately, the media is also to blame of that, because they usually ask, well, why did you wait so long?
Right,
When
right.
the question actually should be like, what was in your way to actually say anything? What was going on to make you not come out and report it?
But even if they do it immediately,
Yeah.
people will say it's a money grab.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, because unfortunately, there is a mixed bag of those type of cases out there that people do try to have a money grab. But as far as me personally, I tend to believe the victim first, and then I try to see what the evidence is. And unfortunately, that's not the same mindset for everyone.
Bayoji, will the prosecutors in the federal case, in the criminal case, use or listen for any of these civil victims to pull them in? Because likely the criminal case will go first, because civil attorneys like to use the evidence that federal or prosecutors have gathered. So do you think prosecutors will be listening for some of these civil complainants first?
I know they're going to be listening to some of these civil complainants, and I know because Mr. Buzbee said so himself. During his press conference, he said that some of his clients have already contacted the federal investigators and that he's encouraging the rest of his clients to do the same. Again, because of this financial incentive and bringing corroborating evidence, there may be some of these claims that federal investigators do not know of, but these civil attorneys do. And so there's an ongoing dialogue between the civil side and the criminal side with respect to a lot of these disturbing allegations against Mr. Sean Puffy Combs.
And J. Mac, are you surprised by this? I mean, Puffy, P. Diddy has been to your station the first time I ran into him was at your station at Super Bowl, and him and his people were so damn ugly to us.
You know what?
You know,
Out of all the celebrities I ever met in my life, he has the biggest ego. The biggest ego. I'll never forget one time he came to the radio station and we were interviewing him, and G-Man was getting ready to go into the commercial break. He told him, "Don't you go into the commercial break. I got you. I got you." I'm like, G-Man, he doesn't have you. He doesn't care about you.
He ain't gonna pay for that commercial
97.9, the
break.
bots fire you. He will not take care of you.
Right.
Big ego. And I've been to his parties, but not one of those parties.
What he claimed.
No.
We believe you, J-Mac. We believe you, J. So, when we talk about these celebrities, Kathy, because you have been around a lot. I came to your house, there's El DeBarge sitting there,
What?
George Clinton at her house. It wasn't no party, though.
Okay.
And all those people are sitting there. Where do, not them, but where do some of them get that mentality that they don't see humans as humans anymore?
Well-
and they take advantage of people.
First of all,
Allegedly in this case.
First of all, social media and all of those things have really amped up being a stripper and watching them shoot money out of those little guns, and everybody's grabbing for the bag. And at a lot of these parties, they were lured there allegedly under the pretense that you're going to get paid and you're going to be in a video. And you'd be surprised how many young people want to be TikTok, Instagram famous
But
by any
really quick in
means
the last 30
necessary.
seconds, how do some celebrities lose the value of a human? They don't see them as people anymore. They see them as a piece of meat to use or to abuse.
Because so many groupies come, stalk them, hang out, and a lot of them lower their standards and their morals just to be able to get close up on these famous people. You know, I traveled with Rick James all those years, but we wasn't having them kind of party.
Oh, yeah, y'all was having some kind of
we wasn't
party.
having them kind of party.
It's a case of the ego, so yeah.
And there you go, ego. Ego, that's the most important point. Thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor. Still ahead.